Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So, the energy I'm feeling is characterized by some sort of critical finalization and a powerful magnetic pull towards your desired outcome. And right now, the word coming through is decision. I'm also hearing that this critical junction seals your fate completely, and the time for decisive action guarantees your upcoming defining success. Now let's find out what other messages are coming through. So yeah, when I before I even started the spread, I was getting this feeling of just like my brain hurts. So that might be of significance where it's just like maybe there's a lot of things going on in the background. It's just kind of like hurting the mind, hurting the brain. The decision making process. It's just like a lot. Like it's heavy. It feels like it's like really heavy energy is happening here. Okay. And so in the current mindset, there's something to do with your wisdom, your tradition towards things, your order. I'm getting justice vibes. I also saw the justice card pop up in like the pre-shuffle. So that might be of significance in the Libra energy where you're just looking for the truth, the balance of things, fairness, accountability might need to be made. Someone might need to be I heard made an example of is what I heard. Okay, because some this feels like some sort of high stakes decision is being made. Okay, um, something along the lines of Two of Pentacles. What? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Like you're juggling things. Okay, in your environment, you're being very adaptable. But I'm like, there's like this decision that's like on the cusp of like being finalized. Okay, that's what I'm hearing because like you've been juggling something for a long time. It's like it's like you're making up your mind in the past position. Okay, and it kind of like something changed. Like it sparked in you where it's just like it's unavoidable, and it's like kind of made things like indecisive for a little bit. And so in the present moment, you find yourself rooted in your traditions, your belief, your spirituality. That makes so much sense with the current mindset, the wise one. When I was getting this message, I'm like, universe, are you sure? And they're like, yep, take it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this card. So I did. And so yeah, it kind of just was like, okay, this is really gonna be all about your beliefs, well, it's gonna be about your traditions, your ethics, your morals, is what I'm hearing. Because it's like someone is or something is going to kind of test your patience, your peace, your resolution, is what I heard. Yep, judgment. That makes a lot of sense. It says, though, there's something in the background that's trying to hide itself and it's being awoken. It's being awakened. It's going to create some sort of rippling effect of some kind, okay? It might create some sort of rebirth with this judgment. It might create not only clarity, but like evolve certain situations, help you self-evaluate in terms of your purpose of certain things. Yeah, it's just kind of like shining a light on this Two of Swords energy. It's calling judgment to this Two of Swords. It's in that faced position. So something along the lines of this stalemate is going to be judged. The indecision is going to be judged. Maybe you're making a judgment call real soon in that regard. Okay. And so in your hidden influences, you're just kind of just doing your thing, okay? You're almost like in this mindset of patience and investment with this Seven of Pentacles, where it's like you know that everything that you're reflecting on in the past energy is going to prosper, but it's like you're being patient about it, okay? You're reflecting on that. And it's like you're also reflecting on your Hierophant energy, your beliefs, your spirituality, how you see things, okay, with that Taurus energy. And so now I'm kind of getting this like vibe of just like your third eye chakra opened up to you. Okay, now that we're in this position fully. And with that, ooh, Four of Wands, kind of just coming about harmony, stability in the home. You're celebrating your foundation of things. And so now, like, your reflection is the impact of or the result of this situation, which kind of led you to like now everything is solidified. It's really nice to see that you're really focused on the order and tradition of certain things. Like you're kind of this like rooted in your tradition is what I'm hearing. And something to do with you kind of just like sealing your fate in terms of how you want things to be established going forward with this high stake decision. It's like it's going to secure your path forward It's going to secure your ultimate peace. It's like you're putting a close to painful cycles, and like influential doors are opening up for you, is what I'm hearing. And for your own, for your good, for your past goods. From your past for good, that might be of significance as well. And it's like you're proceeding with absolute certainty in that too. With this like homey, like authentic, genuine energy I'm feeling off of this Four of Wands here. And so this King of Cups kind of gives this vibe of, wow, it feels really, really balanced, okay? King of Cups just gives me this balanced, calm vibe about you, this emotional maturity, something to do with you kind of doing things in the flow of the river, the waters, the currents around you, anything that's kind of like breaking the strains or like creating strains in the water, creating these ripple effects. It's like you're kind of putting a cease to that. It's like you're controlling the waves is kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's like you are like this master manifester, magician, wizard, kind of vibe is what I'm getting. Like you're kind of like manifesting and being creative with your power. You're being inspired with it. And like you're creating some sort of definitive choice that's sealing your destiny. It's unlocking some sort of destined triumph for you coming forward. You're being like really, I heard, rational about it. Like you're using your authority in that regard. Yeah, and you're doing it with a lot of passion, a lot of drive and intensity with this Knight of Wands. It's interesting to see King of Cups and Knight of Wands here. It's like you are not giving up on setting your traditions and setting orders in place with this high stakes decision. It feels as though someone is kind of calling you in to make some sort of high stakes decision. Maybe the universe is, maybe you're actually receiving some sort of call, or maybe it's like has something to do with I just definitely feels like you received a message of some kind from someone or something where it's like, hey, it's now or never vibe is what I'm hearing. It's like you almost took like this executive decision on your life because you received some sort of calling that said, hey, it's time to make this decision for yourself. Wow, King of Wands. We have two kings on the spread here. So the King of Wands looking into the King of Cups here. It feels as though with this King of Wands, you have this vision towards your balance, towards your, I heard also like your integrity as well, your charm, your boldness, okay, with that King of Wands energy. Kind of gives me this vibe of like, in the darkest hour, you are still envisioning prosperity, you're still envisioning a mastery of your craft, a mastery of your power, of your independence, of your abundance, is what I'm hearing there. King of Swords, oh wow. We have a third king. I wonder if we'll see the final king here. Only one you're missing is the King of Pentacles. So something to do is like it's like you're getting all your ducks in a row. You want everything in your life to be balanced, okay? You want your life to be full of emotion and heart, connection to relationships. You want your life to be passionate, creative, full of action and spirit. And you also want your life to have some sort of like just drive to it, okay? So it's like you're really working towards that. And it looks to be in your past position. You're already working on your King of Pentacles already. You have the Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So you're on your way up, okay? Building your stability through your wisdom, okay? Through your reliability, your leadership qualities that you have throughout the spread, okay? Four of Cups vibe. You're also in this introspective phase, okay? Where it's like you're kind of withdrawing from certain things. You're kind of looking back and reflecting on what's serving you and what isn't. So it's like you kind of can see what you're doing forward. It's like you started the year off where you started some sort of motion that's like, hey, you need to, like, it's like you needed to feel secure in your life. So you took this executive decision to like make moves, to make changes, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So it feels as though you're planting seeds of prosperity based on your reflections. Okay, so you're still planting more pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles, if you add another pentacle, it's like 8 pentacles. Kind of gives me a vibe or vision that you kind of, it almost gives like 8, 10. So I'm getting like 8 and 10 pentacles. So something to do with your craft, something to do with your mastery, your dedication to something. your self-worth, your independence and stability of your home, that you're working towards is what it feels like. It also seems like you're just working towards different things in general to build up that abundance. Okay? And justice. Wow, so interesting that you see justice because right before I was doing the spread, I was shuffling and I saw justice, and it's like it shows up again to kind of like solidify, like, hey, you are finding justice in what it is that you're doing. And I was also feeling justice with just here with this card in general, which is nice to see, where you have this rootedness about you that is balanced, is fair, is accountable, giving me that Libra energy that I was feeling initially. So yeah, let's find out what other messages are coming through. What's going on, okay, with your shadow work and things like that. So yeah, something to do with compulsion and bad decisions. So there were some decisions in the past, okay, that you wanted to put order to. It seems as though maybe you made some sort of decisions or someone made decisions towards you, but something to do with bad decisions, which is probably why the word that was coming through is decisions in the beginning of the read. It's like you realized all of the bad decisions that you were making, so you decided to, kind of up and leave from that to kind of just like transmute that energy into something more prosperous. Yeah, something about burnout cycle. Maybe this has to do with work, overworking yourself, feeling like routines were collapsing. So it's like you started to make new systems for yourself. Because with systems, you like create consistency, and that consistency just keeps growing and growing into new, better systems over time. So it's like you're being really resilient, and you're having like grit about you is what I'm hearing. Something to do with insecurity, a pretend self-doubt. So there might have been a little bit of self-doubt in your planning phase, somewhere around the Seven of Pentacles, when you're kind of just investing, you're reflecting on your results. You're trying not to panic at the same time through this transition of some kinds. And it has a lot to do with delayed grief, resistance, and shutting down. Maybe you just felt like things were just not working out around you, so you decided to like uproot yourself. Because maybe you felt rooted in a certain situation for a long period of time, and you're just like, oh, it's time to keep it moving, is what I heard. Because it was creating mental blocks for you. It was creating some sort of fear, okay, maybe some anxiety a little bit here and there. And so it feels like now you're just using your wisdom from the past to create going forward. Yeah, and now you're glowing up, okay? You have this self-improvement about you that's really coming across very strongly in this reading. You're finding confidence in yourself again. You're able to personally transform, and you're feeling better than ever because now you have pretty much everything lined up in your life that you were looking to do or will begin to do in the future. So it's kind of lining up really nicely for you in that regard. Okay. Something to do with I was getting like this very back and forth energy. Kind of gives me that brain fog that I was getting back in the past. Something to do with misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. So there were definitely some things that felt like it was working out in your favor, but it just didn't work out. Like it felt very clickbaity, felt very very manipulative in terms of what it was trying to serve. But I also feel as though the universe is trying to warn you, like once you have this glow up, don't get pulled into things that are not necessarily true. Like they might be a little bit misleading. So be mindful of that. Like misleading, in the love life, that's interesting. So something to do with misleading the dating love life scene, something to do with having instant attraction. So when you have this glow up, other people are going to be coming out of the woodworks is what I heard, to kind of like be in your presence because like you have everything going for you pretty much, from the looks of it at towards the end of this reading. If you're somewhere in between this journey and or after, just be mindful of people creeping up into your life that kind of are like having this magnetic pull towards you, okay? So just, be on the radar, you know? And so, yeah, something to do with the sneaky link. So just be mindful of that, in your love life, someone who wants to just hook up and kind of just be a little sneaky link and kind of just see what you got going on in your life. Some sort of hidden encounters, like they kind of seem like it was planned. seemed a little exaggerated truths, like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know you were here. I didn't know you were showing up." But little did you know, they were stalking you. Maybe they were like tracking you down, kind of vibe, where it's like they're trying to like kind of meet you in the spaces that you frequent, is what I heard. It's like they're trying to be discreet about it, but they are also trying to create some sort of connection with you. So that might be of significance to some people. If you're already in a relationship, just be mindful of people that just try to creep up and try to like, hinder that, or try to create deceptions, okay, or even like try to create fake profiles. Yeah, fake profiles to kind of like have you choose like kind of persuade you to a different direction in your relationship. So just be mindful of things like that. So yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.